Stop. Don't scroll. Don't skip ahead. Don't put this on in the background while you do something else. I need you to be right here, right now, with me. Because I know something about you. Something you haven't told anyone. Not your closest friend. Not your family. Not the people who think they know you best. I know that at some point recently, maybe last night, maybe this morning, maybe in the last few hours, you thought about giving up. Not giving up in a dramatic way, not necessarily in a way anyone would notice, but something inside of you got very, very quiet. And in that quiet, a thought slipped through that sounded something like, I can't keep doing this. What's the point anymore? Maybe I'm just not meant for this. And you pushed it down, because that's what you do. You push things down, and you keep moving, and you show up for everyone else, and you pretend that you're fine. But you're not fine. And you haven't been fine for a while. I want you to hear me when I say this. I know. God knows. And that is exactly why this message found its way to your screen tonight. This is not an accident. This is not the algorithm. This is an appointment. Stay with me, because by the time this video is over, I believe something inside of you is going to shift. Not because of me, but because God has been waiting for this moment. This exact moment to say something to you that He has been trying to say for a very long time. And the last truth I'm going to share with you in this video, truth number 5. It's the one that is going to change how you see everything that's been happening to you. Don't leave before we get there. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you genuinely, completely fell apart? Not a few tears in the shower, not a deep breath before walking back into the room where people needed you. I mean truly, completely came undone. I'll tell you why I'm asking. Because I know what your life looks like from the outside. From the outside, you are the strong one. You're the one people call when things go wrong. You're the one who shows up. You're the one who holds everything together while quietly, privately, your own foundation is cracking. And here's what nobody sees. The 3 a.m. moments. The ones where the house is quiet and everyone is asleep, and you're lying there staring at the ceiling, and your chest is tight, and your mind is running through every mistake, every disappointment, every prayer that felt like it went nowhere. The ceiling doesn't answer. The silence doesn't break. And you wonder, maybe for the 100th time, is God even listening anymore? The moments in your car, parked outside your house, or your workplace, or somewhere in between, because you needed 60 seconds where no one needed anything from you, where you could let your face do what it's actually been wanting to do all day. And you sit there, and you breathe, and you tell yourself, pull it together. They need you. You can't fall apart right now. The weight of the waiting. You've been trusting. You've been praying. You've done what you were supposed to do. And nothing has moved. The door is still closed. The relationship is still broken. The finances are still terrifying. The health report is still what it is. And after months, maybe after years of waiting for something to shift, part of you has started to wonder, did I miss it? Did I do something wrong? Is this just my life now? I want you to know something. God has not looked away. Not for a single second. He sees you in that car. He sees you at 3 a.m. He sees the prayers you've prayed that didn't have words, just tears, just groaning, just that hollow ache of a soul that has nothing left to offer except itself. And He is not disappointed. He is not silent because He is absent. He is not quiet because He doesn't care. There is something else happening, something you can't see from where you're standing. And I need you to stay with me, because I'm going to show you what it is. But first, I need to tell you about a man who sat under a tree and asked God to let him die. If you've been feeling like giving up, this story is for you. His name was Elijah, and if you knew his resume, you would never believe that this same man, on this particular afternoon, sat down under a juniper tree, dropped his head into his hands, and said, "It is enough. Lord, take away my life. I am no better than my fathers." This was a man who had called down fire from heaven. A man who had stood in front of a king and an entire nation and didn't flinch. A man who had seen miracles so undeniable that no one in that crowd could explain them away. And he was done. He had run until his legs gave out. He had poured out everything he had. He had fought the battle he believed God had called him to fight. And it felt like he had lost. And not just lost. He was now being hunted. A powerful, dangerous woman wanted him dead. The very people he had sacrificed everything for had not changed. The land had not changed. The nation had not changed. And now he was alone, completely alone, in a desert, under a tree, with nothing left. So he asked God to end it. Imagine that moment. The most powerful prophet of his generation, a man who had walked in the supernatural, sitting in the dirt under a single tree in a wasteland, asking to die. Now let me ask you, does any part of that story sound familiar? Have you ever poured everything into something? A calling, a relationship, a dream, a family, a ministry, a prayer, and felt like you had nothing to show for it? Have you ever been so tired that you stopped asking God to fix things and just started asking Him to make it stop? Here is what God did. He didn't rebuke Elijah. He didn't appear in thunder and lightning. He didn't give him a lecture about lack of faith or accuse him of ingratitude. He sent an angel. And the angel did the most unexpected thing. The angel touched him gently and said, "Arise and eat." Not "get yourself together." Not "what is wrong with you? Don't you know who you are?" Not even "here's my plan for your future." Just arise and eat. The journey is too great for you. God met Elijah's exhaustion with bread, with water, with rest, with a touch. And then, after Elijah had slept and eaten, the angel came back a second time and said it again. Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for you. God acknowledged that the journey was hard, not because Elijah was weak, but because the weight was genuinely heavy. The road was genuinely long, and God, in His mercy, said, I see the weight. I'm not asking you to pretend it isn't there. I'm just asking you to let me feed you before you try to take another step. I want you to hear that. The journey is too great for you. Not as an accusation, but as an acknowledgement. What you are carrying is heavy. What you have been walking through is genuinely, legitimately hard. God is not standing over you saying, you should be stronger by now. He is kneeling next to you in the dirt saying, I know. I see it. Arise. Let me take care of you first. And then, after the food, after the rest, after the touch, Elijah got up and went 40 days on the strength of that meal. One encounter with God's provision sustained him for 40 days. Your provision is coming. Your encounter is coming. This video might be part of it. Stay with me, because now I need to show you 5 things that are true about the moment you're in right now. 5 truths that God needs you to understand before you make any decisions about giving up. 5 truths about the moment you want to give up. Truth number 1. The moment you want to quit is almost always the moment before the breakthrough. I know that sounds like something you've heard before. I know it sounds like a cliche. But I need you to sit with this, because it is not a spiritual platitude. It is a pattern. It is documented over and over throughout Scripture and throughout history. Joseph was in the pit the day before the traders came. He was in prison the night before Pharaoh had the dream. Every single lowest point in his story was positioned directly before the next elevation. The problem is that when you're in the pit, you cannot see the trader coming. When you're in the prison, you don't know that the king is about to have a dream. All you can see is the pit. All you can feel is the prison. The enemy knows this too. He is not strategic enough to attack you at your weakest general moment. He is strategic enough to attack you at the specific moment when you are closest to your breakthrough. Because if he can get you to walk away at the edge of your miracle, he wins without having to fight. Let me ask you, what if the intensity of what you're feeling right now is actually a sign? What if the pressure you feel is because something is being compressed, and compression is what diamonds come from? What if the reason this season has been so relentlessly hard is because the thing on the other side of it is so relentlessly significant? I'm not asking you to pretend it doesn't hurt. I'm asking you not to quit 5 minutes before the answer comes. Truth number 2. God's silence is not His absence. It is His trust. This is the one that people in church almost never say. Because it's hard to preach. It doesn't fit in a nice 15-minute sermon. But it is true. There are seasons when God goes quiet, not because He has left, not because He is punishing you, Not because your prayers aren't reaching him, but because he is doing something in you, something deep and structural and permanent that requires a particular kind of stillness. When a surgeon is operating, the room goes quiet, not because nothing is happening, because the most important thing that has ever happened to you is happening right now. And it requires absolute focus, and it requires you to be still. God's silence is often his operating room. Think about the people in your life who have genuinely changed. Not surface-level changed. Not I started a new routine changed. But genuinely, structurally, fundamentally changed. The ones who came through something and came out different, not bitter, not broken, but different in the way that a bone that heals stronger than it was before is different. Every single one of those people passed through a silent season. Every single one of them had a period where it felt like the line to heaven was dead, where prayer felt like talking to a wall, where they could not feel God no matter how hard they tried. And God was there the entire time, working, preparing, building something inside of them that noise and activity never could have built. The silence is not abandonment. The silence is surgery. Truth number 3. The version of you that keeps going is not the same version of you that almost gave up. This is important. The moment you almost give up and choose not to is the moment something in you permanently changes. You cross a threshold, and you cannot uncross it. There is a version of you on this side of that choice that is still uncertain, still tired, still carrying all of this weight. And there is a version of you on the other side of that choice who has discovered something about themselves that they didn't know was there. Endurance reveals identity. You don't know what you're made of until you are tested at the level that requires you to dig past everything comfortable, everything easy, everything that you thought was your foundation, and find out what's underneath. What's underneath you is not what you think. It's something that was put there before you were born. Something that has survived everything that was supposed to destroy it. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every season of silence, every door that closed, every person who left, every dream that fell apart. And you're still here. Do you understand what that means? You're still here. After all of that, you are still here. That is not weakness looking for an exit. That is strength that hasn't fully recognized itself yet. The person you become when you choose to keep going is the person that every prayer, every trial, every painful season was building toward. Don't stop building now. Truth number 4. God did not bring you this far to leave you here. I want to talk to someone who has been walking with God for a long time. You remember the beginning. You remember when it felt alive, when prayer felt like breathing, when you could feel the movement of God in your life so clearly that doubt felt almost impossible. You had testimonies. You had moments you could point to and say, that was God. Undeniably, unmistakably, that was God. And now, something has shifted. Not your faith. Exactly. You still believe, but the feeling is gone. The warmth is gone. The clarity is gone. And without those feelings, you've started to question everything. Was any of it real? Was I deceiving myself? Is this just what faith looks like after the honeymoon phase? I need you to go back. Not emotionally. I need you to go back with your memory. Think about the moments when God has shown up in your life. The moments that were too specific to be coincidence. The times when something happened that you cannot explain any other way. The doors that opened. The provisions that came. The relationships that were restored. The moments when you were at the edge of destruction and somehow, you didn't fall. God has a track record with you, and His track record does not include abandonment. He has brought you through too much. He has invested too much in you. He has guided too many specific steps of your specific journey to suddenly lose interest and walk away. He is not done with you. He is not tired of you. He has not moved on to someone else more promising. He is right here, still working, still invested, still writing a story that you cannot see the end of from the chapter you're currently in. And here's the thing about stories. The chapters that feel like endings almost never are. The chapters that feel like everything is falling apart are usually the chapters that make every previous chapter make sense. Your story is not over. It has not even reached its turning point yet. Truth number 5. And I told you this one would change everything. Truth number 5. Giving up is not just about you. This is the one I need you to really hear. You have been thinking about your pain as a private thing, something happening inside you, to you, for you to deal with. And on one level, it is. Your pain is real. Your exhaustion is real. Your specific, personal, individual struggle is real, and it belongs to you. But there is a dimension to your life that extends far beyond you. There are people, specific people, people you may not have met yet, people you cannot name yet, whose lives are going to be permanently and profoundly changed by what you carry. Your story of making it through is someone else's permission to keep going. Your testimony of coming out the other side of this specific kind of darkness is the light that someone else is going to navigate by. The version of you that gave up, that person never helps the person who is standing in this exact same darkness 2 years from now, searching for proof that survival is possible. But the version of you that stayed, that kept going, that sat under the juniper tree and cried and then got up and kept walking on the strength of an encounter with God, that version of you is someone else's Elijah, someone else's proof, someone else's reason to believe that this darkness is not permanent. You are not just living your life, you are laying a road. And the people who are going to walk that road need you to stay on it long enough to finish paving it. Don't give up. Not because the pain isn't real, not because the waiting isn't real, but because the assignment is bigger than the suffering. And you were chosen for it, specifically because you are someone who can carry both. I need to be honest with you about something now. Because this is the part that nobody talks about in the versions of this message that are designed to make you feel good and send you on your way. There is a real battle happening. And it is not just a metaphor. The exhaustion you feel? Part of it is circumstantial. Part of it is biological. Part of it is the very real weight of the very real things you are carrying. I don't want to minimize any of that, but there is another part. A part that has been systematically, strategically, targeting the specific things in your life that, if broken, would silence you, would neutralize you, would take you off the board at exactly the moment you were about to become most dangerous to darkness. I want you to think about the timing of when things started falling apart. Think about when the silence started, when the exhaustion started, when the desire to give up first showed up. Was there something you were building? Something you were stepping into? A relationship that was deepening in God, a ministry, a calling, a dream that was finally starting to take shape? Because the attacks don't come when you're sitting still, doing nothing. They come when you're about to move. They come when you're at the edge of breakthrough. They come when the territory you're about to step into is significant enough to be worth defending against. You are not under attack because you're weak. You are under attack because you are a threat. And the strategy being used against you is not complicated. It doesn't have to be. It is ancient and it is simple, and it is devastatingly effective. Make them tired enough, alone enough, confused enough that they quit themselves. Don't destroy them from the outside. Get them to destroy themselves from the inside. That thought that came to you, the one that sounded like your own voice saying, "I can't do this anymore. What's the point? Maybe I'm just not meant for this." That thought was not born in you. It was planted in you. And it was planted with precision, at a moment of maximum vulnerability, with language calibrated specifically to sound like your own deepest fear. You need to recognize that. Because once you recognize it, it loses power. The thought is not you. The thought is the enemy trying on your voice, and your answer to it. The answer you chose by clicking on this video, by staying here, by refusing to completely give in. That answer is already a declaration of war. You are still fighting. You may not feel like it, but you are. I want to do something right now that might feel a little uncomfortable. I want to give you permission to stop performing. Not permanently. I know life continues. I know you have responsibilities and people who need you, and obligations that don't pause because you're having a crisis of faith. But right here, in whatever space you're watching this, whether that's your room at night, your car in a parking lot, your couch with earbuds in so nobody hears, I want you to let your face do what it has been wanting to do. Let it be honest right now. You don't have to be strong here. You don't have to hold it together for me. You don't have to present the version of yourself that has it figured out, or is trusting God with joy, or is walking in perfect peace. You can just be tired. You can just be honest. You can just sit in the reality of how hard this has been without rushing toward the lesson or the silver lining or the testimony. Because here's what I've learned about healing. It doesn't start with resolution. It starts with acknowledgement. It starts with allowing yourself to say, even if only internally, even if only in this moment, this has been hard. I have been hurting. I have been afraid. I have been angry. I have been exhausted in a way that sleep doesn't fix. And then, and only then, does the next thing become possible. The next thing is surrender. Not surrender as defeat, surrender as release. The deliberate choice to stop trying to hold the weight of your life in your own arms and to set it down at the feet of someone whose arms are strong enough to carry it. This is the moment that Elijah's story turns on. He didn't manufacture strength from somewhere. He didn't dig deep and find his resolve. He collapsed. He slept. He let God be God in the space where he stopped trying to be everything. And God met him there. Not in spite of the collapse, because of it. The thing that has been holding back your breakthrough might not be lack of faith. It might be an unwillingness to fall apart in front of God. A performance that's been running so long that even your prayer life has become a stage. God doesn't need your performance. He wants your presence. And your presence, the real one, the exhausted one, the confused one, the barely holding it together one, is more than enough. Come as you are, not as you wish you were, right now, in this moment. Just come as you are. Before I close, I need to tell you something directly. You made it to this part of the video, and I don't think that happened by accident. You could have closed it when things got too close to home. You could have scrolled past when the hook hit something you didn't want to look at. You could have convinced yourself you'd watch it later, which usually means never. But you stayed. You sat through the discomfort. You let it speak. That matters. That is not nothing. That is a spiritual posture. A leaning toward truth, even when truth is uncomfortable. And I believe that posture is what God has been waiting for. Not a perfect prayer, not a perfectly arranged life, not a faith that never doubted or a heart that never wandered, just a willingness to stop running long enough to be found. You have been found. Now hear what I believe God is saying to you specifically, in this specific season, through everything you've heard today. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are not a casualty. You are a candidate. A candidate for something so significant that the enemy has been investing enormous resources in keeping you from reaching it. The silence was not emptiness. It was preparation. The darkness was not abandonment. It was development. The waiting was not waste. It was the very specific process required to produce the very specific version of you that is about to walk through a door that the easier seasons could never have prepared you for. Get up. Eat. Drink. The journey is too great for you in your own strength. but it was never meant to be done in your own strength. I am with you. I have been with you. And I will be with you when this night is over and the next chapter begins. The chapter is turning. I believe that with everything in me. Not because things will suddenly get easy, but because you have been built for what comes next, and you don't even fully know it yet. Here's what I want you to do right now. In the comments, I want you to type, "I choose to rise." Not because it will make things instantly better, but because declaration matters. Because what you speak over yourself in moments like this has more power than you realize. Because choosing to stand up, even when you're still in the dirt, is an act of spiritual warfare that the enemy cannot counter. I choose to rise. Type it right now. Let it be your declaration for this moment. Let it be the marker in time that says, on this day, at this hour, I chose not to give up. I chose to trust. I chose to believe that the story isn't over. If this video found you at exactly the right moment, if any part of what you heard today was what you needed to hear, I want you to share it. Not because of the numbers, but because someone in your life, right now, is sitting under their own juniper tree. They're tired. They're considering the same quiet exit that you were considering. And this video could be the thing that finds them at the right moment. Share it. Because that is not sharing a YouTube video. That is throwing someone a lifeline. And if you want to go deeper, if this message opens something in you that you need to continue exploring, make sure you subscribe. Because every week, I am going to bring you the things that don't get said on Sunday mornings. The real answers to the real questions. The practical tools for the battles that are actually happening. This is not just a channel. This is a community of people who chose to rise, and you are now one of them. I'm going to pray with you before I go. Father, I want to lift up the person who just watched this entire video. The one who almost didn't click. The one who almost closed it halfway through. The one who sat with the discomfort because something in them recognized truth. You know their name. You know exactly what they're carrying. You know the specific prayer they've prayed 100 times that hasn't been answered yet. You know the exact shape of the silence they've been living inside. And I ask you, not with religious words, not with performance, just with the honest request of someone who believes you here. Meet them tonight, in whatever form they need. Bread and water and rest, like Elijah. A touch, a word, a sign so personal and specific that only they would recognize it. Let them feel you close. Let the silence break in the right way at the right time, and give them the strength to rise, not in their own power, but in yours. They chose to stay. They chose to hear. Now carry them through what comes next. Amen. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. And don't you dare give up.